Hey guys, Sweet Cheeks here, and it's Paranormal Vlog Day. Let's see, I sort of disappeared for a while, but it's all good. I had finals last week, so it was sort of hectic, and then this week I had my brother over, and it was the 4th of July and everything, so it's just been sort of like, So like 3 weeks ago when I was recording, I just sort of rambled on until my camera stopped recording, and I'm thinking I should have like rewatched my video today, but I didn't. I'm thinking that I had started talking about like my Ouija board experiences, but didn't really get into it, and my camera died anyways at that point. So that's what I'm going to talk about today, and hopefully I'm not just totally re-talking about stuff I talked about last week. Anyways, Ouija board. Over like summer of like I think like my 18th year that summer, I don't know, does that make sense? Me and my friend were like messing around with the Ouija board a lot, and we took it down to the graveyard one time with us, and we're doing it out there, and we're doing it, you know, and messed around with it out there and stuff, and I contacted, I think it was like the gatekeeper or something, I don't even know, some kind of like demon thing, and oh, a bug flew in the window. Contacted, I think it was like the gatekeeper or something like that, and it's like some kind of weird demon thing, and they ended up following us home and stuff like that, and I don't know, it was just creepy. Anyways, I really don't feel like talking about that right now, and what I want to talk about instead, it's the Ouija board, and it's still with that house that I was talking about a few weeks ago. Anyways, I had my cousins were over, and they're like, the one is like 2 years younger than me, the other one's like 4 years younger. Anyways, they're sisters, and they're over. They're over, and it was the two of them. It was the two of them. My sister and my brother and like 5 of us were sitting in what we had renovated to be my brother's rooms, but they didn't want. They were like, well, the one was afraid to sleep in there, and my mom just eventually moved the other one out, like I said like a few weeks ago. Anyways, we were sitting there, and I think we had like a candle lit. We might have had the lights off. But anyways, you know, my back was like to the door that came in that room, and you could sort of like, you couldn't really see the door, but you could see like through the closets into my other brother's room. And we were sitting there and we were playing, and I think the candle, like the flame was like moving all weird, it made no sense because there really wasn't like air movement, like a breeze through the room to like create the candle to go all funny. But anyways, and like my cousin's phone rang, but it didn't ring, like it rang, but she didn't get a call, she didn't get a text or anything, and I think she said that like wasn't even like the one that was programmed to go off, so her phone just randomly rang the wrong ringtone and everything. Car went by, yeah. And yeah, so that was freaky. And then as we're like going along, we're contacting, I think it's like, I don't know, I say D or die or whatever. It's D-I. I think that's all that was there. I say D or die. It doesn't really matter what I call him. It's a Ouija board spirit we had contacted that is like an evil demon. Anyways, supposedly we were talking to him, and the door to, not the room we're sitting in, but my other brother's room, my other brother's room just like slammed shut. And we all jump, and then we like leave, we like go out the door, and we're like, there's no one out here, like who shut the door? And we open it, and I was like, and we go back in, and we're messing around again and like trying to talk to it, and the door slammed shut again. And of course, you know, we all jump, we're like, what the heck is going on? And we go out the door, and again, nobody's in the hallway. So we're like, okay, like, what is going on? So I took some, like Mardi Gras beads, you know what I'm talking about, like yellow plastic beads, and stuck them on the doorknob. I figured that way, you know, if the door moves, the beads are going to rattle, we're going to hear the beads. So we go back in, and we're playing more, And honestly, I have no idea what we were talking about. I just remember the door. And the door slammed shut again. We didn't hear the beads rattle. I don't even think we heard the beads rattle after the door, like, slammed. Which is sort of weird because you think the beads would have rattled from the movement of the door. But, so we all get up and we go out. Sure enough, like, nobody's out there. So we're like, okay, what the heck? So we went up to the front of the house, and my mom and dad were there, and my cousins, well, my uncle was there. And we go to them, we're like, are you guys messing with us? Like, the door keeps slamming shut, and we're sort of, like, freaking out, you know? And they're like, no, we're not doing anything, And we're like, okay, and we're just like, okay, you know, so we go back to it, and now my cat is sitting outside my bedroom door meowing. Cats. Anyways, so I was like, okay, well, let's put this behind the door, and it was like my brother has spinal bifida, so like we had like a special wheelchair, well, high chair thing for him. It had like wheels actually locked and stuff, so I took that and I put it like, had opened the door and put it like there so that the door couldn't slam shut. Just watching people drive down the road. Oh, there's a weird people looking at me. Anyways, so I put that behind, like, the door so it couldn't, you know, like, here, the door will go like this so it couldn't slam shut. And we go back in, and we're sitting there, and it's like, we go back to playing, and we hear the door slam shut again, and we're like, okay, like, if it was, like, our dad or something, like, really, like, what's going on? So we go back out, like, the high chair thing was moved, the door was slammed shut, and it's just like, what the heck? You know, because this high chair is not easy to move. Like, you have to unlock the wheels to move it. Also, it's like really heavy, like you basically like dragging it type of thing. So I'm looking and like the wheels are still locked, but yet it's halfway down the hallway. And now we're like really sort of just like freaked out, you know, because it's like we know it's not like one of the dads, because we would have either like caught them in the hallway, or they would have had to go up and like sort of sneak past us and go the long way around the other hallway. And if that was the case, we would have heard them, because coming up and around the other hallway, there's like a wooden ramp, and you can hear people when they walk across it. So we're like freaked out by this point, and I think my brother had decided not to play. My sister was like done, and my other cousin was like done, you know. So we're like, me and my cousin, we're still trying to play with it, and it like was basically trying to like get us to move all around. I think it like told us to go in my mom and dad's closet, so me and her took the Ouija board and we're in there and we're like trying to talk to it more, and then it's like telling us to go in my sister's closet, and we're like, I was like, I'm not going in there. Like, first off, she didn't want us in there. She'd already told us no. And I was like, no, because frankly, my sister's room creeped me out. Like, I was not going to go sit in her closet. And I was like, why do we have to go in there? And it was all like, it's our meeting place. Like, we all gather on the walls. And I was like, that is like super creepy. I was like, I was not going in there. There was no, like, you could not pay me to go in there with that Ouija board. And I was like, okay, we'll go in the hallway. Like, we'll move into the hallway. So we moved out into the hallway by my room, and we're playing, and it was like just basically refused to talk to me, and it was like basically like, we're not talking to you till you move in there. And I was like, we're not moving in there. That's that, you know. And it basically stopped like wanting to talk to me altogether. And I think it was either spelling out my cousin's initials, or no, actually I think it was spelling out my friend's initials, which maybe I should have told the other story first. But anyways, during the summer when we're speaking to this, like, demon thing or whatever he wants to be, like, my Ouija board refused to talk to me and would only spell out her initials unless I removed my hands. It would, like, keep spelling out her initials until I removed my hands, and then it would, like, talk to her, but it wouldn't talk to me. Really weird. And I know a lot of you are just like, oh, well, it was your friend playing with you, but like, I was there. I know it wasn't her playing with me type of thing. But anyways, and it was doing that with just me and my cousin playing. creepy. And yeah, I don't really play with my Ouija board much because of the point that was like, I don't know, it was just, it was scary to really be sitting there and having like the door slam shut and like logically knowing it couldn't have been your dad or your uncle because you would have had heard them in the hallway or you would have caught them type of thing. Of course, after we got really freaked out by like, the last time this like door slammed shut and we went and asked them and they're like, oh, it was just, it was just us, we're just messing with you guys, it's okay, just calm down, type of thing. Well, of course, after, my family moved out of the house, me and my mom were talking, and she's like, like, it wasn't the guys, they were just saying that to calm you guys down because, your cousins and you guys were really freaked out, and we're trying to calm them down. And I was like, I already knew that. Like, really? Like, I really doubt they could have snuck back there, slammed the door, and got back up the hallway before we noticed them. I'm just like, there was no way. Especially considering that I was sitting, like, right there by the door. I would have, like, seen somebody or heard somebody run past, But, yeah, I don't know. Creepy. I don't know. My Ouija board's never really worked right, I guess you could say, after me and my friend have messed with it, and, like, this demon thing supposedly contacted us through it, or we contacted it through it. It really, like, it only occasionally works now for me. And then after a while, it, like, just sort of stops, and it won't talk to me, type of thing. Like, I've even had it where, like, me and another person will be playing, and eventually it just, like, doesn't want me to play anymore, and it just goes to spelling out my friend's initials, like, yeah, she's not here, I don't know what you want me to do, like, really? But, yeah, I don't know. Ouija boards, I don't know, like, I'm still so indifferent on them at times, because some people have played with them and have had no experiences, and other people have just had, like, horrible experiences. Frankly, I probably wouldn't let my kids play with them, because, I don't know, you are really just, like, opening up yourself to things, Like, you never really know what you're going to contact on the other side. Anyway, I guess I have other stories that go with the Ouija board. I just figured I'd tell this one and not make my video too long because because when I did my monthly favorites, which, yeah, hasn't posted yet because my computer's issues, I was, like, recording and I sort of got off, like, on a tangent talking about something else, and I was just gonna, like, realize I talked for a while and edit it out, so I just kept going instead of, like, stopping and, like, re-recording and whatnot. And then, of course, I go to edit it and my computer's, like, freaking out, and it, like, the program I used to edit it was all like, oh no, your video is too long, I'm just gonna give you a black screen instead of a video. So I have audio but I don't have visual, so I guess I'm gonna have to record that. But I'll try to get that up later. Later this coming week. But I'd already missed, like, what, one paranormal vlog, if not two. So I wanted to make sure I got this up for you guys this week. So I'm going to go ahead and just end that here. And if you guys have any questions about Ouija boards or any of my experiences, feel free to ask them down below. If you liked my little rambling on about the Ouija board today, go ahead and leave a thumbs up. And thanks for watching, guys. Bye!